Hi there, and welcome to another interview with one of my students. His name is Sebastian, so we share a similar name, the best name in the world.
Yeah.
And yeah, today we'll discuss about yeah his journey, how yeah important is to integrate health, especially at such a young age. He's having a business. He's also working, so life can be hectic at some points. But yeah, I really enjoyed working with him. It was a fantastic journey. The results are there. There is still much work to do, but we'll get there. And yeah, let's start this interview. So, first question is, who are you? Where are you from? If you can share something about you.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I just want to thank Seb first off. Great dude. I met him from a friend of mine, and I just been connected since then, just checking out his Instagram, this and that. But I'm Sebastian. I'm from North Carolina in the US, and I'm 20 years old. Right now, I'm developing a marketing agency along with my brother. And I was just like, man, like I'm I feel like I'm attractive. I know how to speak well, things like that. But the missing piece would definitely be having my own business and having my dream body, which would be a Greek god physique, as Seb calls it. And I'm still headed in that direction of both things, my business and the Greek god physique. But I now understand the habits that I have to have in place, like sleep, reducing cortisol, and just optimizing my nutrition and doing things like sunbathing, getting sun shirtless, grounding, things like that that just build that foundation to have success. And I learned that I might be getting off track here, but I learned that just by having your sleep right, nutrition right, when you go to the gym, you really don't even have to do much. It's like the gym is like actually the cherry on top. You need that foundation built first so that the gym can actually help you. And people nowadays, I believe they have a misconception and they think that it's we have to work out really hard at the gym, and then they completely forget about their sleep, their habits, and things that could really influence their hormones and testosterone and things like that. And it ends up not doing anything at all. So it's understanding doing it the right way, which I believe the right way is doing it a natural way to build your testosterone and then get the physique that you want.
Yeah, testosterone is a hot topic these days. I mean, everyone wants to have it elevated, which makes sense. But also, you have to look for other metrics as well. So, yeah, if you have elevated testosterone, you should also check iron levels and things like that. And yeah, that's important. People believe that, okay, the hustle culture, like working 10, 12 hours a day is not working the same with building like a physique. This is why if you are an athlete, for example, that's your main job. So your main focus is there, not something else. So if you're not an athlete, if you have a job, if you have the business, you should kind of like balance everything. Cool stuff. And how was your situation before, before working with me? What was your experience back then with the gym? For how long have you been training before?
Yeah, so before even finding your Instagram, my brother's actually he's a trainer. He worked at a gym, and so he has knowledge of how to do exercise. But nutrition plays such a huge part into it, and that's something that he's learned too. Because what I've learned from you, I've been able to teach him, and he now understands more. But yeah, I was just in a very inconsistent situation. I had like what you would call skinny fat. Like my arms would look decent. I wouldn't hit legs. That's something I wouldn't do. Um, but I was just a very inconsistent situation. And the inconsistency did affect me a little bit throughout the program, I will admit. But I was super inconsistent. I had like skinny fat and I wanted to get to having like lean muscle. But I was working out maybe like 5 times a week, but just like they need. like I really didn't even see results. Like I'm gonna be so for real. What I spent, I think I started hitting the gym around like 17 or 18. And then I started with Seb at the age of 20. And I saw more results in 3 months. Literally in a month. I saw more results in just the first 30 days, 30 to 60 days than I ever did in those 2 years that I've been working out, doing my own thing, which is crazy. Like it's actually insane. Yeah, I would say with just working with you, those 30 days, completely different to what I was doing solo in 2 years. This is what I was gonna say, is that when I first found your Instagram, I actually started implementing the things that I started seeing on your Instagram, and there was working. Like I was looking at the smoothies or the shakes that you have on there, some of the meals, learning about like getting sun, grounding, and then you're cool because like I could text you and you would just respond to me, even if I didn't have if I wasn't enrolled in your program or anything. But I decided to take that step because I knew that I could just keep watching your Instagram or your YouTube. But people that are actually, people respect things that they actually pay for in a sense that they commit to. If I was the type of person that just wanted to continue to do things the free way and just just keep watching your Instagram, I could keep learning that way. But having that one-on-one and actually being committed to something, I think that's what actually helped me see at least some results, which were decent results, on my physique and in my life in general. Just not these results weren't even just for my physique. It's actual like a life. I think Seb is actually a life coach rather than like a just a nutritionist or a health coach. I really do think Seb helps out with more than that.
Yeah, and at a certain point, I was like, of course, you are 20 years old and I'm almost 30. So I was thinking like, okay, this is like maybe some kind of big small brother, big brother relationship. So yeah, we discussed about many things, not just fitness, because yeah, health is kind of like correlated with not just with your nutrition, how you train and things like that, but also with lifestyle. Yeah, you need to be social, you need to have good friends, good family, good values, and things like that. Cool stuff. And yeah, how was or what was your goal back then? What did you try to achieve?
Before you.
No, let's say after you started working with me.
Okay. So when we first started, the goal was to go from that skinny fat and just inconsistency, and just unawareness of things to do to having the knowledge on what I should be eating. Like this is not just the exercises. This is actually understanding like things that I should be eating, habits that I should be implementing to be able to achieve a life that I want and also the physique that I want. So the goal was to go from skinny fat to lean muscle and then also having the knowledge to be able to do those things.
Okay. And why did you decide to yeah, invest in yourself to get rid of this skinny fat physique?
Yeah, that's a great question. Um, can you repeat it again? I was thinking about the answer and then I lost the question.
Yeah, why did you decide to invest in yourself instead of, just continuing, as you said, to just, follow random people, follow my strategy on Instagram and things like that?
Mhm. Yeah, like I said, it was basically the point where I'm like, I'm either going to be all in. I can either be all out, both feet in. I can have one foot in out and then one foot in, or I can be completely in. And I was like, nah, man, it's time to go fully in. And like I said, it's it's an investment that I've made at such an early age. I now have this knowledge for the rest of my life. So I'm sure there are other guys in the community because we have guys in there that are like I think 40, even 50, if I'm not mistaken. And so
Was
so it goes to show that like if they're willing to do that at almost the middle of their lives, why wouldn't I do this at the earliest stage of my life so I can have the most results and the best life after this? That's kind of my thought process. And my parents are like, because I still live with my parents, and they're like, that's a lot of money. Not trying to say like, you know, the investment is worth it, super worth it. Um, but I'm like, I can either invest in myself right now, or I can pay the price later on in the hospital. And that's not really just the way I was thinking about it. I'm thinking about this as it's really a return on your investment. Would you rather be spending money on other things um like bad habits, like continue to smoke if you want to smoke, continue to smoke weed, drinking alcohol, things like that, and wasting your money on garbage food? Or would you rather put that money into an investment that will able to help you live a better and longer life? That's the way I thought about it. I don't know if others have the same mindset, but when you actually commit to something and you give it your all, which I should have done better on if I'm being real, but when you give it your all, you will see that result. You will see that result. And that's why I wanted to fully commit and do it. And now I'm at where I'm at. This program has changed my life and they've changed not just me, other people's lives, my girlfriend, my brother, my family. We now all drink water with salt and lemon, things like that. So it's just good to see that how Seb has influenced my life. I'm now able to influence other people's lives too.
Yeah, that's amazing to hear that. Um, yeah, regarding this, definitely investing in yourself, in this case, investing in a certified nutritionist, definitely will put you in a nice situation socially, like people will listen to you, like this guy invested in himself, so he must know a thing or two because we work with a professional. So yeah, I have another student. His name is Radesh, and he also said the same thing. So yeah, man, I'm teaching people and my family. I'm taking care of them because now I can see everything through different lenses. Regarding investing in yourself, yeah, I invest in myself. You invest in yourself. So I believe that is the mechanism to get to the next level in life. I mean, yeah, you can do it yourself, totally. And I strongly encourage people to do it. And even, yeah, if they have questions, my DMs are always opened. I'm not, I'm not, that busy person, not replying or something. It's just that, of course, you either pay with your time or you pay with your money, or you also, yeah, as you
Yeah.
said, you can spend money on cigarette and alcohol, 5 to 10K a year. I know people doing that. But yeah, in the end, we all have these kind of vices. You're not
Mm.
gonna give up, like instantly. But also maybe find a balance. Because yeah, I'm working with people like they are smoking and things like that. And I can understand the situation, not a problem with that. But also, okay, how do we find a solution to balance that? Yeah, because the cigarette will, of course, lead to oxidative stress, free radicals, and you need to balance that with, of course, antioxidants. Good stuff. And okay, how do you feel now that you kind of like understand this concept that I teach? How to fix your metabolic health, and also you have my support from now on. So you are in the community forever, kind of like. My question is, do you know how to face, let's say, the next stage? Are you confident with, yeah, this strategy? Are you prepared, for the next years to come?
Yeah, no, I feel great. Um, I definitely think that this is a building block. With Seb, I worked with about 4 months, and I think it's a building block to where I want to be and continue to be. Um, but I also just fell in love with health in itself, like actually understanding a few things about my body, especially as a male, um, and foods that would help me get results that I want, things like that, and actually enjoying them. Like I never thought I would be eating. raw milk. I mean, drinking raw milk. And when I would post it, the one that I post says not for legal consum. What does it say? I think it's like not for legal consumption or something.
Yeah,
I forgot what,
for dogs, something like that.
something like that. And everybody on your story is like, you're gonna die tomorrow. You're gonna die in the next week. And it's like, it just goes to show that a lot of people maybe lack the knowledge on a few things. And it's also fun to educate people. I'm like, look, the government has this illegal for a reason. And then I go down like a little conspiracy theory and whatnot. They're like, oh, you're so right. I need to drink raw milk. And I'm like, yes, sir. So I'm trying to convert these people to raw milk. No, I'm kidding. But raw milk, raw honey, things like that. Just been like it's like little like cheat codes, like little cheat codes that you can implement in your diet. It just helped me in general, you know.
Yeah, makes sense. Also, yeah, just a note regarding raw milk. It's definitely beneficial because if you think logically, like I grew up in the countryside, so that was something normal back then. But then it all started with yeah, mass production. So, the milk can stay in the supermarket for many days. So that was a solution, for doing so. But yeah, definitely if you want to consume certain foods, like raw foods, yeah, you should be careful because you can have allergic reactions or yeah, regarding raw milk, it's definitely you get the bioavailable calcium, but you also need the calcium regulators in your diet. So this is why a balanced diet is key. This is why you didn't have problems. But other than that, yeah, I know I heard horror stories about that too. So yeah, maybe poor quality sources or you know some diseases and things like that. So every situation is kind of like different. This is why it's not a good strategy to give people like advice on the internet, without knowing their situation. So yeah, just a side note, don't take advice from somebody who doesn't understand your situation fully, because yeah, it's just a general advice. This is why I like people with disclaimers. Okay, and what would have happened if you decided to do nothing about your situation back then?
A great question. It's a great question. Something I was gonna bring up earlier is like when you're at the point of making a decision in life and a big one, something that you have to be committed to, especially when money comes into play, you either have the fear, you have a fear or you have a limiting belief. And so the thing with Seb is he has all the testimonials in the world. Shoot, we're shooting an interview right now. He has all the testimonials in the world, all the before and afters of results that he's got in clients. And so if your fear is that he can't get you to where you want to be, that's an issue with you. You have a limiting belief because of past situations, past experiences maybe, um, and you haven't been fully committed to actually making a change. The thing here is like if you're gonna invest, excuse me, if you're gonna invest in yourself and you want to make a change, you actually have to do it. You can't just put money in and expect something to happen. No, you actually have to take the action in doing things to better your situation. So if your stuff is a fear or a limiting belief, I never had any of that with Seb because I understood he had all the client testimonials, and then I've also used his stuff from the Instagram that I've seen here and there. And so I was like, you know what? Seb is that guy. And so that's why I chose to go with him. And if I didn't take the action to answer your question, is I would be in the same situation, probably even worse, man. I'm trying to tell you, like, I started with Seb in September, I believe, or if not October. And I believe like these are the most crucial, probably the most crucial times while you're trying to get your physique right. Because right now we're in March and we're about to get into April. And then before you know it, I think you said there's like 100 days left until summer. And so before you know it, you're back at stage one, going to the pool, self-conscious about how you look. Man, you can't even enjoy the sun shirtless. You can't even talk to the chick that you're seeing across the pool. She over here choosing you and this and that. But you don't have the confidence to actually go up. Things like that. that can completely change your life. Like imagine you had the confidence to do whatever you want. Like out there with sunglasses, Andrew Tate with a cigar, this and that. But you can't because you don't have the physique. That's it's all in your head. And so once you get rid of, like I said, those limiting beliefs and you actually become committed, change your life, learn how to speak, learn how to carry yourself, and now you have the physique on top of that, you're superpower, man. Superpower.
You didn't mention your height. That is
Oh,
important as well.
my too. Yeah,
Yeah, regarding the height, I think it's maybe harder for a tall guy, to gain muscle mass because, yeah, especially regarding legs. But yeah, definitely it depends on the structure. Yeah, regarding the confidence, I mean, many people are confident without a good physique. And I'm not saying, yeah, good physique will not bring you confidence. You just get confidence from something, like, yeah, for me, maybe, okay, I'm confident because I really uh, bring people results and also the physique. So you get confidence from something, maybe you're good at playing the guitar. So you're confident because you're good at it. But yeah, as you said, if you have all of them, definitely the confidence will skyrocket. And yeah, summer is in 3 months, and you know, many people will not be confident on the beach. Okay, and what do you say um, is the thing that helped you the most achieve your success?
Um, I think with because I've been part of other mentorships like for business. This would be with you is the first time I do something health wise, but I've had other mentorships in the past, and what I've come to realize is that you can get all this information on YouTube doing research, but the thing with that is you don't have somebody one-on-one that's able to coach you on your exact situation. You can ask them any questions. No, if you're doing stuff on YouTube, doing your own research, that's cool. That's fine. By all means, do it. But when you have somebody that understands your situation, knows exactly where you want to go from point A to point B, you can actually speak with them. It changes everything for you. That one-on-one changes everything, absolutely everything. Sorry, my brother's brushing his teeth, so if you hear that, sorry. Um, and like I said, like I was just looking at Seb's Instagram. I would text him here and there. But when you actually make that commitment and you have that one-on-one, um, it's like you're able to, it just like it gives it another level. It gives it another level to the sauce. Um, I don't know how to fully express it, but that's what I believe changes everything. And that's why I believe coaching and mentorship is such a fascinating like industry or career because you actually get to see that one-on-one happen with people. Like I said, it's definitely yeah, definitely just that one-on-one. Definitely that one-on-one. And then also the Discord that you have, dude, that thing is crazy. Like that's a whole book, man. Like I don't even have to ask you questions sometimes. I just look through there and I'm like, wow, it's awesome.
Yeah, glad to hear that the community is helpful for you. Okay. And yeah, would you recommend this system? So I call this system the metabolic health system because we focus a lot on, of course, metabolism, metabolic health, how to prevent certain diseases, hormones, and things like that.
Yeah. No, I would definitely recommend it. It's not a surface level. It's not surface level at all. Seb is not somebody just gonna tell you to do workouts. Um, and that's it. No, you actually learn about everything. You even learn about um like not just your body. Seb also has stuff on the woman body, psychological things, how to dress, how to build your confidence. Like I said, I don't really think Seb is just like a health coach or even a nutritionist. Definitely think he's a life coach. Um, you just have to learn how to get the most out of the program. Like if I were to do it again, this is a question you should ask. Is what's one regret you would have? What's one thing you would change if you were to do the program all over again? This is one thing, is that I would text you like every single day. That's what I would do. Because if I were to text you every single day and update you on everything, I would have seen even more results. My mental would have been better, everything. Because the Bible says you reap what you sow. So what I would put in, I would have gotten in return. So I feel like I semi put in and I got semi to where I wanted to be. But if I really just would have went all in, my results would have been phew. So I would say that my results, like if I was at a 0 out of 10, I made it to like a 6.5. My goal is to make it to a 10, but now I understand and I have the knowledge to make it to that 10 out of 10. But yeah, if I were to do it all over again, I would just text you like every single day, like annoy you actually, because I would get more out of the program. Hmm.
That's interesting because usually I tell my students, in the first days, man, you have like a weapon here, so use it as much as possible. Like you don't annoy me with questions and things like that.
Yeah, I
I
remember.
even give you guys the opportunity to book a call any time of the week if you want to discuss about something. Yeah, we have the weekly calls, but also on the side we can jump on another one. And yeah, don't be sad or something, because yeah, life is like this. Life is like you have good moments, you have busy times, you have certain moments in which, yeah, your schedule is more free and things like that. But yeah, that's life. It will be busy sometimes, but you gotta do the best that you can in that specific moment. So yeah, you have anyway the knowledge. You have me on your side, even for the long term. Like we'll still discuss next month, in 2 months, in 5 years. We'll definitely meet in real life. We remember these times, working together and things like that. So yeah, definitely. Okay, and I guess the last question would be if someone is watching this interview and they were thinking about investing in themselves, but they are not like really sure about it, what would you say to them?
I would say that if you're thinking about this and you're scared and you have a fear, and I already said this, if you have a limiting belief, I think you have to do a self-analysis with yourself because, like I mentioned, Seb has all the testimonials. Seb is recording a client interview right now with me. He's putting everything on his Instagram. His physique is like 0.001% in the world. Seb has a crazy physique. And so it's like if you don't think he can help you, you have a problem with yourself. I'm gonna be real. Like you have a serious problem with yourself. And you have to do a self-analysis. Be like, if I invest in this, am I really committed to it? Can I really do it? Ask yourself those questions. And if it's a no, then that's an issue with you. But if it's a yes, your life is gonna change. Your life is gonna completely change. Like I said, I'm only 20, so you may be like, "Oh, he's young. He has all the time in the world." Bro, stop playing with Seb. Seb has 40-year-olds in here changing their lives from, like I said, point A to point B, completely changing them. I've seen Ryan in the community. I believe he's a dad too. And his physique after the 3 months, it's mind blowing. It's mind blowing. And it's not just the physique. His whole health has changed. So, like I said, if if you're thinking about doing this, but you're not fully committed, that's an issue with you. That's an issue with you. You have to do a self-analysis. That's what I would say.
Gotcha. Yeah, I just had the interview with Ryan before ours, and yeah, he was really happy. He's in his 40s, and that's a different game because you have to train, of course, smarter. The older you are, the smarter you train, and also, yeah, you need to be more specific, with even with family stuff and things like that. Yeah, cool stuff. And okay, so I guess yeah, this is the interview. Thank you for yeah, letting me interview you. That was amazing. I'm sure yeah, your story will inspire a lot of people. If not joining a program, at least making a change, because now they see how valuable it is to kind of like yeah, have the right habits, how that can change your life. And of course, I want you to succeed in this journey. It wasn't just the 3 months. I'll still be with you, in case you have questions, in case, yeah, I don't know, you want to discuss about something, So I like to offer people like ongoing support, whatever they want to do. Of course, health and fitness is a big topic and is getting more interesting because you can see the wars online, certain communities. And yeah, thank you so much for your time today. And I hope, yeah, people on YouTube enjoyed as much as I do. And yeah, looking to seeing your success in the future.
Thank you, Seb. Thank you so much, man. I'm looking forward to it. And then also, Seb is a great connection to have. I've met people all around the world because of Seb now. So super awesome, super awesome.
Glad to hear that. So yeah, thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this interview. I'm really glad that he achieved that. And yeah, if you need any help, if you have any questions, you can reach out to me on Instagram. If you want to book a call with me, it will be a free health assessment to see if I can help you, to see if we have some kind of alignment. And yeah, see you in the next interview.